What's up, everyone? Welcome back, episode 19. Chris, how you doing? We're in a new,
We're in the
same spot.
Same spot.
New couch.
We're just trying to get comfortable.
This is like comfort. You sink right in. And it's just
we're gonna be lounging now.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's what we're doing.
But it's gonna be happening regardless.
Yeah, so there we are.
What's going on with you, David?
Not a whole lot. Christmas coming up.
That's right.
Very exciting times. Very exciting times.
Yeah, just as a heads up, everybody. Last episode of 2023.
Yeah. Would you say Christmas is your favorite holiday?
Yep.
Okay.
Is it yours?
I believe it is, yeah.
How come?
I think it's good. I think it's always good. I think it's always nice to see family and always do that stuff. And I also think it's always nice to sometimes it's nice to give presents. Feels good,
Would you say that that's one of your higher love languages?
Giving.
Gift giving?
Gift giving?
Yeah.
I would say that's probably up there.
Okay.
I would say that. I would say quality time is definitely up there.
What's your number one?
I think it actually was quality time, to be honest with you.
Was it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think it was quality time.
Okay.
But yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's good times. It's good times to hang with the fam, relax. So,
yeah.
There it is.
I like the fact that it tells everybody to slow down.
Right.
And it's not that big of a deal if you don't get anything done for that week or two.
Right. I think it's kind of nice if we're talking the work world, because I think everyone starts to get it now where they're like, okay.
Nobody wants to do anything.
Hey, guess what? If you don't reply to my email this week, it's like a perfect excuse to just be like, we'll do it in 2024.
January 2nd problem.
Yeah, that's a January problem.
That's right.
So.
All right, well, last episode of the year until, what would that be, the 4th? January 4th. So let's jump in, David.
Yeah, let's jump right in. Let's fire it up. Minnesota Minute. Minnesota Vikings lost a close one to the Bengals last Saturday. They play at home against Detroit to start the last three games. Detroit, Bears, Detroit. Gopher football plays at, like we said, Bowling Green on the 26th. Timberwolves are 20-5 currently. Still playing well. They play the Sixers, Lakers, and Kings coming up, which is wild. I'm going to say this. We've talked about the scheduling. We play at Philadelphia.
Okay.
Home against the Lakers in a back-to-back. Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
Then we go to the Kings for a Saturday game.
Back-to-back. What day is the
back-to-back? Is Wednesday night at Philadelphia, home Thursday against the Lakers.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. That's hard. What are we doing here? Why wouldn't we get a day off and go back-to-back and travel to LA and play at the Lakers and at the Kings?
Wait.
So we're going to Philadelphia, coming to Minnesota the next night.
To play the Lakers.
And then going to Sacramento.
Right.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, but you just said, why wouldn't we go to LA and play the Lakers?
Correct. So why wouldn't we play the Sixers Wednesday, have an off day Thursday, play the Lakers in LA Friday, and play the Kings Saturday like we do already? That makes way more sense. You're already in California.
Because it's the scheduling, dog.
That's what I'm saying. That's dog shit. That is bad. That's bad scheduling. But anyways, wild 12-13.
Yeah, but we're on NBA TV on Wednesday. It always has to do with the TV schedule.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you're good. They always try to adversity. Wild 12-13-4. They play the Bruins, Canadians, and then the Bruins again coming up. Gopher basketball 8-3. They play IUPUI. I mean, the Gophers are 3 wins away from hitting our mark.
That's true, and we haven't even gotten to pretty much the Big Ten schedule.
We've only really gotten to a few games. We've only played 2 games, right? We're 1-1
in the Big Ten.
Yeah. So there it is.
Not bad at all.
Nope, not bad. So,
all right.
We got round table. Fire it up.
We're going to do NBA, and it's kind of NBA, kind of not. So recently, DeMarcus Cousins signed with the Taiwan Beer Leopards.
Okay.
And so it brings up a good point. At what point
do you just give it up?
Is it time to hang it up? Yes.
So
to give more context, he signed a 10-day contract.
Okay.
It's a 4-game contract.
Okay.
And he's going to go there sometime in January.
for 10 days.
It's to be determined.
But then they could also sign him.
They could.
Yeah, after.
Yeah. Coincidentally enough, it's the same team that Dwight Howard signed on
Yeah.
for.
Um,
So that team will have Dwight Howard and
Marcus
DeMarcus
Cousins. Well, I bet you that
think
had something to do
Dwight
with it.
Howard's still on that team.
I will say this. I mean, I have to imagine. I don't know how old he is, but like this is his last little go around. But if someone's going to pay you to go somewhere and play,
Mm-hmm.
like it's like Kemba Walker plays in Morocco, or somewhere,
No, not Morocco. AS Monaco.
Monaco,
Yes.
wherever. But then he said that he made a good point. He said, "I'm playing basketball. Love playing basketball. I'm traveling the world.
Yep.
I'm doing what I want to do.
Mhm.
Of course, I'm going to keep doing it. So I don't know if there's ever a time to hang it up. If people are willing to pay you. I mean, I have to think they'll never come back to the NBA.
Probably not. No.
I just can't
I mean,
fathom.
Jabari Parker's in Barcelona.
Is he?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's kind of a damn. He was a number 2 overall.
Yeah.
Top 5 for sure.
I believe to the Bulls.
That's crazy. Poor guy.
Yep.
Bad knees.
Jabari Parker. Let's see who else. Who else is?
Well, Jimmer Fredette in China.
Be Easy.
Who?
Michael Beasley.
Oh, did he go to China?
I
Or
think
where did
so.
he go?
I think so. Somewhere in Asia.
Okay. So there's a few guys. I mean, here's the
Yeah,
thing. Like I said,
definitely.
if people are going to pay you
Like-
and you still love the game, why not keep playing for a little bit? Who cares? You're obviously
What's
going
a
over
little
there.
bit? 34? 35?
I would say if you keep getting contracts, but I would say probably towards 35 or 36. But you think about DeMarcus Cousins.
as long as they're happy and if they want a family, then they can figure that out. That's like the
Yeah.
one thing. Like if you don't have a family and you're still like constantly like getting different contracts and moving around to different places, like it's fun to see the world and everything.
Mhm.
But at a certain point, like
Yeah.
chances are there's probably a better
things to do.
group of people that you might be interested in.
Yeah, I guess
In
that's
the
all a
US.
personal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you have enough money to live and you're fine, sure, why not?
It's true.
Travel around.
All right, what do you got?
I got NFL. Obviously, we're going to talk about quick another scoregami with the Raiders game, which was a wild game in general.
We always got to talk about scoregamis.
Then also, we've talked about this off air, but there's been 6 teams eliminated from the playoffs. We have 3 weeks left, and 4 teams have clinched. So that means that there's 22 teams that could still make the playoffs.
Okay.
That is crazy. In my head, that's like, obviously week to week it'll keep going down, but 22 teams that still have a chance.
A lot of options.
That means every game is just that much more important.
That's right.
Damn.
We'll talk about it.
And we lost.
My NFL is Tommy DeVito.
Yeah, I don't know about Tommy DeVito anymore. I like the hype. I don't know about him. No, I'm not saying I don't know about him as like a quarterback. I think he's a fine quarterback, but
Caught some flack this last week.
and it wasn't really Tommy DeVito.
I mean,
It was Tommy DeVito's agent.
but also it's not like his agent's saying that without Tommy saying, "Yeah, let's do that."
No, I know. Well, the hard part was in the article it said that
So
nothing was agreed upon. Though.
for context, it kind of was.
Nothing was written down.
It was in a text, yes.
It wasn't signed. It wasn't like a contract.
Yeah, but it's a good faith agreement. So, anyways, Tommy DeVito was going to make an appearance at a pizza shop, get paid $10,000, and sign 250 autographs, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was for 2 hours, and there was text conversation back and forth, saying, "Yep, that sounds good." Like all the numbers that we just said, 10,000, 250, 2 hours. In the text, it said, "Yep, that sounds good." And then come Monday, the agent texts back and says, it's actually 20,000.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they literally agreed upon 10,000. Not like an official contract, but still like paper copies, essentially, like a text conversation. It wasn't like, oh, we talked about it on the phone and there's no way to validate it. Like, it's literally a text conversation.
Yeah, I think it's a scum thing to do. That's why I said I'm not a fan of Tommy DeVito. But I'm not not as high on Tommy DeVito. But I also think it's like this whole thing has been a publicity stunt for Tommy DeVito.
Right.
Like, and I mean, I'm not trying to call people out, but how many guys have you seen in the NFL have their agent walk on the field and go right in front of the camera when you know? I mean, it's all a publicity stunt for him. It's literally, I mean, and I'm not saying like, yeah, he's full Italian. Yes, they kiss each other on the cheek. I don't care about that stuff. But like, the game was shown, he throws a touch. Who was it against? Packers?
Yeah.
The one game? And it was like,
Yep.
he ran a touchdown in there, he threw a touchdown in, and they instantly pan over to his family, and it's like this huge ordeal.
Uh-huh.
And then instantly, after the game, the guy goes, well, did you see the clip of that, whatever? And Tommy DeVito's like, no, I haven't seen it yet, but it's great publicity. It's great for business. And it's like, okay, I get it to an extent, but like, come on.
That's because he knows that he's not going to be playing next year. Like, that's just facts.
Right, well, that's what I'm saying.
Enjoy it.
And that's what I'm saying. His agent, though, at the same time, like, dude, you just... Also, this whole thing looks horrible now.
It's tough right after you get smoked.
Well, you get smoked, yeah, and then it's like, now it's like, I think the hype is like, maybe this guy's really not a great quarterback. Maybe he's just...
Right.
He's a good quarterback, I guess.
He's okay. He's out there.
I mean, he won a great game against the Packers, but also at the same time. I mean, I don't know. I think, like I said, it's
so
just...
which is more annoying to you, that and his agent,
Yeah.
or on Monday Night Football, literally all the TV people are making such a big deal about their security guy not being down on the field, and like they talked about him multiple times and showed him up in the suite where the owner was sitting.
Oh, that Dom guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that whole thing is overplayed.
Which one is more annoying to you?
I would say the security thing. Also, there was another time. They're
so
both very annoying.
So ridiculous.
And I mean, here's the thing that's even crazier. Peyton Manning made a comment about the agent thing. He was like, made a comment. He was like, this is weird. Like, most normal NFL players don't do this. You don't have your agent come on the field. You don't, whatever.
Yeah.
So then he said he got so much flack that the NFL asked him on Monday night to apologize because he got too much flack.
Peyton Manning?
Peyton Manning. And Peyton Manning went on, because he has a show with Eli, obviously.
Yeah.
And he literally did the apology, and he was like, to be honest, I'm being told to do this. I don't really agree, but it is what it is. I didn't mean to offend anyone. I just said my opinion. And I'm like, so we give this guy all this love, but somebody criticizes him, which happens in the world because someone disagrees with it, and we have to instantly apologize? Like, What are we doing? He took the good. You got to take the bad. But then also with this security thing, there was another thing with the Seahawks. The security guy pushes A.J. Brown. Yeah. And A.J. Brown walks up to him and kind of nudges him back. And it's like, what are security guys doing? What are we doing? Yeah. You're not part of the game. Right. Move. Yeah, A.J. Brown was literally just on the sideline, and all of a sudden he gets shoved. It's like, you realize that these players, high testosterone guy, like they're in the moment. Oh, yeah, he should push him back. Yeah. I support him pushing him back. And I think the whole Eagles thing was so dumb. It's like, well, we kicked out this dumb security guy. Great. We also lost our number one linebacker. Or number two linebacker. Yeah. We lost an actual player to a freaking security guy who shouldn't have been down there. Yeah. So the security thing pisses me off. Go back wherever you're supposed to. Stay off the field. Stay off the sideline.
All right. And with that, you got any more roundtable?
Yeah, college football. College football last year, in 2019, transfer portal, 6.4% of teams, Division I, were basically made up. 6.4% had transfer portal players.
Wait.
So like 6.4% of the roster was from the transfer portal.
Okay,
this past year was 21%. 21%, and it's only going to keep growing. So my question to you, and we've talked about this a lot, has the NCAA created a monster with this NIL, with this transfer, with all this stuff? It's starting to seem like it's almost becoming a monster.
No, I don't think so, because we are still in the period of time that people or players have the extra year from COVID. Mm-hmm. So like, okay, you start at one school, and you're able to redshirt, and then you're able to so you can save 1 year there. You can get the COVID year, so that's another year. And you can also be a grad transfer. And so there's just like multiple different ways that having this extra year of eligibility from COVID is throwing a wrench into, I think, how it is going to be played out.
Mm-hmm.
So once, I think it's
in 2 years, it has to be one or
it's
two.
one or two more years away from now.
The COVID.
But like, I mean, each player gets one free transfer, and then you can transfer once you graduate, and like those are pretty much the only things, I think, for the most part. I mean, if your coach leaves, then that's different, but like otherwise you get one free transfer, and then if you graduate you can grad transfer, but that's pretty much it. So like, to me, once we get rid of the COVID year and like everybody is staying in college for longer, then it'll kind of work itself out. I don't know, it's probably not that simple, but that's how I kind of look at it.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy nowadays where it's like, do you even recruit high school kids? I would take all my time and all my stuff and go, we're going transfer portal.
Well,
high school kids.
No, it has to be a combination.
Like what though? What high school kid steps in and plays right away?
Yeah, but it's
very
not,
few.
It's not necessarily them having to step in and play, but the idea would be you have a group of players that are from high school that you can grow and foster and you think have maybe higher potential after a year or two or whatnot, and then you also have a group of players that are maybe further along, more developed, most likely have slightly lower ceilings, but can step in and play or fit a gap that you have on your current roster at that time. So that's where you.
I don't think there's high school kids getting recruited as much anymore. That's just my opinion. I think nowadays it's like there's no saying that you get a guy, you train him, you develop him, he doesn't play, redshirts, and then he's out the next year.
I mean, it's definitely possible, but at the same time,
transfer portal.
But at the same time, like you kind of have to have like a combination of the two. I mean, there's going to be certain programs that prefer having more transfer players. There's going to be certain programs that prefer to have a slightly higher percentage of high school players, but like at the end of the day, you kind of do need both. And if you're not putting your eggs into both baskets, then you're just doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah, I guess it depends. I mean, yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
So
we will.
That's all I got.
All right, let's move on to beer and seltzer. Or beer.
Beer.
Part 2 of the winter pack from Schell's. So last week we did a lager and a dark.
No, light one. A lager and then
a dark beer and a Pilsner. That's what it was. Today we're doing a Vienna style lager. It's called Schell's Firebrick. It's got a nice red can. We're also doing Schell's Oatmeal Stout.
Ooh.
That's going to be the darkest one. This one's limited edition, it says.
The oatmeal stout?
Yeah.
And they put it in the pack.
And it's a pretty cool can, and also feel it.
Oh, it's got like these lines are like...
It's like matte.
They're like elevated out of the can.
Yeah. Yep. So I think this one is like the more traditional. The Firebrick is the more traditional beer. And then you have the Oatmeal Stout, which apparently is limited edition.
So you think if it's limited edition, but it was in the pack, do you think they replace it? Like, what do you think they replace it with? It's like in the pack. Or was this like a limited edition pack? Right?
I didn't think. I mean, it's not in the store in like June, but.
Okay. I like it.
That's a pretty aggressive pour. We're going to need to let that sit for a little bit.
Which one is that now?
That's the Firebrick. Well, I'm kind of doing it one-handed, so I can still talk. Oh yeah, dark. Stout.
The one last time was dark, wasn't it?
It was a dark
Darker, right?
Dark
and that was the one we
lager.
liked.
It was a dark lager, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
We can check. The stout. Let's see. That one's 6.5%. Where's the flavor profile here? It says nutty and smooth with notes of coffee and raisin.
That's the stout?
That is the stout, yes.
I mean, both are just freaking.
The Fire Brick is just a Vienna style lager. Okay, it says it's giving us a story.
Oh, God.
Let's see. Basically, it was created in a snowstorm, and it's meant to keep you warm.
Keep you warm through the snowstorm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
But this is their flagship beer, the Fire Brick. It's Schell's Fire.
What does that mean?
Schell's
Flagship?
Fire Brick is their flagship
Okay, flagship.
flagship beer, which means that it's their
beer.
main beer.
Got it.
Correct. Yes.
Got it.
So that's the one we're gonna start with.
Flagship.
You want to start with that, or you want to end with it?
We can definitely start with it.
All
Is
right.
that this one?
Yep, the lighter one. All right, so this is the Fire Brick. Okay.
Okay.
What do you think? First impression.
What style is it?
It's a Vienna style lager.
Lager.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving me IPA vibes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I don't think it's horrible though. I think it does have actually a lot of flavor, but it's definitely giving me more IPA vibes compared to.
From just the hoppiness.
Yeah, because like the lager, that was the one last time that was lighter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was very not IPA-ish, but maybe. This looks like an IPA, to be honest.
How do you mean?
Like a little bit darker, not like dark like black or dark brown, but kind of like this darker color. I would say that's what I think of when I think of an IPA.
Like a nice golden.
Yeah, a little bit darker than a golden. But yeah, not bad. Not necessarily my favorite.
It's kind of like it's like a light. It's like a IPA light. LITE.
Okay. Yeah.
Like not a full.
I mean, the IPA, like when I said IPA, I meant like it's IPA-ish. Yes, it's not full IPA.
Yeah,
I would agree with
it's
that.
an IPA light,
That's fair.
but not LIGHT. LITE.
Yeah, but it also doesn't seem like a lager. Like I think a lager, I think of not as dark.
I will say, I think the Vienna style gives a little more hops to it.
Yeah, a little hoppier.
Yeah, you might be able to look that up and see if that's actually a
Vienna
thing,
style?
or we're just making it up.
Does that mean it's from?
Well, this is from New Ulm, Minnesota,
Oh, so no.
but
Vienna style lager. Vienna style schnitzel. Ranges from copper to reddish brown. The beer is characterized by malty aroma and slight malt sweetness.
okay, so kinda, yeah. Kinda.
Hop bitterness is low to medium low.
Okay.
Okay.
So not hoppy. It's malty.
It's supposed to be malty. It's Modelo. A Modelo. A Grupo Modelo.
Ooh.
It's a Vienna lager.
Okay then. All right, David. What's your score?
My score is a 5-4.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I know it says that it's not hoppy, but I'm just getting hoppiness.
All right then.
So I don't think I'm not a huge fan of it, but
I'm gonna give it a 5.6.
ooh,
So we're pretty close. But it's I think it's probably closer to an IPA score wise, but it's a little bit lighter and easier to drink.
yeah.
So it's not terrible.
No, I don't think it's terrible. I just think you have to. If you like IPAs, this is like the
lighter version.
Lighter version, yeah, and it's also I think a little bit better than just.
I feel like sometimes IPAs can be
Too hot.
you drink one and it's like, all right, like I'm plenty good.
It's almost like you force it down and you're
Right, but like if you want to have 2, 3, 4, no judgment. This might be the one for you.
Yeah, so there you go.
All right, let's move on to the stout.
The stout smells good.
Oatmeal stout.
Smells oatmeal-y. Smells like a oatmeal cookie.
Does it?
Doesn't taste like an oatmeal cookie. What's going on here?
I don't know.
What the hell?
It's not bad.
I don't think it's bad. It's definitely on the darker side. I don't like it as much as the last week's dark one.
Do you have a darker beer that you like the best? Just like comes to mind.
The wasn't it like a coffee stout or something?
Nitro. Yeah.
It was in a green can.
Left Hand Brewing.
It was in a green can.
That's your one. Yeah.
It was very good.
It is good.
That would probably not necessarily that's my bar, but
Right.
that's what I think. Yeah, that was very good.
I'm a peanut butter stout guy.
Peanut butter porter.
So like, if it's an oatmeal stout, I always get a little bit of just like, bummer.
Yeah.
But I think this one is fine. If it had some peanut butter notes to it, ooh, now we're talking.
Wait, is a peanut butter stout the same thing as like a peanut butter porter?
No, just slightly different.
Slightly different.
There's probably, you could probably look it up. There's probably a slight difference between stouts and porters, and that's probably the difference between peanut butter stout and peanut butter porter. To me, I feel like the porter is darker, which is interesting. But
porters tend to be more light-bodied.
oh, all right then.
Often
Complete
lower
opposite.
ABV and generally be more drinkable than stouts.
So maybe I do like peanut butter porters. That would probably fall into character.
Yeah, that might be something you have to
Explore.
check out. Yeah, peanut butter porter.
Let me get one more little sipperoo here. Okay.
Okay.
All right, what are you getting it?
4.3.
Really?
I think it's pretty low. It's just not my cup of tea. I just don't. There's a lot of flavor to it. I just don't like the flavor.
Okay.
It's one of those. I know we just talked about like gulping one down. That's what I would have to do for that.
You'd
If I had
have
a
to
full-
gulp her down.
If I had a full can, I would. Yeah,
All right then.
probably not get the second one.
I'm gonna give it a 5.4. I almost gave it in the 4s. However, I thought that it was better than in the 4s rating because of kind of where my dark beer scale would be.
So do you like it as a dark beer, or do you think it's a good...
I think it's fine.
Okay.
If it has more, I don't know. Sometimes I struggle finding the flavor from the oatmeal stouts.
Yeah.
Cause peanut butter, like you can smell it, you can taste it, right?
Oh, yeah, the peanut butter's heavy.
But like sometimes if it's just a regular oatmeal stout without anything additional, then I don't know. It's just like sometimes there isn't as much flavor as there could be.
Yeah.
So like that's what would bump it up. But yeah. All right. So we
I
got
also like peanut butter more than I like oatmeal.
Totally. So you got 5.4 on the fire brick. I got 5.6. You got 4.3. I got 5.4 on the oatmeal stout. So that puts you at of the 4 in the pack, you got 7.8, 5.4, 5.4, 4.3. So we started hot, then tapered down.
Mid fives, maybe upper
I got
fives.
8.4, 5.6, 5.6, 5.4. So 3 mediocres and 1 elite.
Yeah. The first, that was
That dark beer.
It was very good. That's like probably one of the best ones we've had.
Yes, exactly.
So
So there you have it.
and that's what they call a review.
A review. Yep, last one of the year.
Oh, nice. That was the classic.
Gotcha.
See you next year.
Alrighty. So last week we did half of the bowl games. Gave our picks. So far there have been 8 games played. And
there's actually one tonight, Tuesday night.
There is one currently happening.
UTSA Marshall. I believe we're both on the UTSA bundle.
No.
You're on Marshall?
Yeah, I'm on Marshall.
Oh, I'm on UTSA, I'm pretty sure.
It starts in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So currently, out of the 8 games, David is 3-5 overall, and I'm 4-4.
There it is. Starting off average. Starting off a little below average.
But we're gonna... But no, dude, we're both on Marshall.
Marshall?
Yeah.
Oh god, maybe it was the 7.5 points.
No, it was 12.5 when we did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Alright. Scooter's Coffee. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, it's plus 12.5.
Jesus.
That's the line that
went down to 7.5.
That we took him at. So
alright, good for us, I guess.
Sorry, we're at 12. We get an extra 5 points on that.
Yeah. Alright, we'll see what happens.
Yep. Alright, so we're gonna go through the remainder of the bowl games.
Yep.
Up to the national championship. So we'll be able to pick the semifinal games.
Yeah, but not the national championship.
And then the next episode we'll give our national champion pick because
we will know
that'll be the week leading up to the national championship.
Yep, I like it. I like it.
All right, perfect. So we are starting with the first game on Wednesday, December 27th. So if you're interested in hearing any of the games before that, just scroll down on whatever platform you listen to your podcasts on, click last week's episode, and find that section. But
wait, who did we have for? Did we talk about the Kansas game?
Yep,
we must have.
I had Kansas, and you did as well.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep.
All
right. So first game on Wednesday, December 27th, the 22nd bowl game is Virginia Tech and Tulane in the Military Bowl presented by GoBowling.com, which is a mouthful. But right now it's Virginia Tech minus 10.5 against Tulane. So just as a background, Tulane coach is not there anymore.
I don't even think that matters.
He went to where'd he go?
Texas Tech.
Texas A&M.
Was he the one that went to Texas A&M?
Or where did he go? Fritz. Where did he go? Houston.
Willie Fritz.
Houston. So Fritz went to Houston, which doesn't seem like it would be a
vertical change.
Yeah.
Especially because Tulane has also been really good.
I guess it's an increase in like being in the Big 12, but other than that, I don't know. Anyways, all right, so they don't have their head coach. They already hired a guy who was on Troy, which is in one of the bowl games we talked about last week. But Virginia Tech, 10.5 point favorites against Tulane. Who you got?
I got Tulane.
Yeah.
I like Tulane. I think Tulane's not bad. I mean, they were ranked for the majority of the year.
They were
8-0 in their conference.
Do you know, I think there's probably a question mark on if the quarterback's going to play.
Pratt?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good, I mean, obviously, yes. But I still think 10.5 points is a lot of points.
Yeah, I think they're the better team, 1, and 2, even though they lost their head coach, I think that they'll still be able to keep it close enough where they'll at least be able to cover the spread. So
yeah, 10.5 is too much, I think.
I agree with you, Tulane.
So that's what I'm taking.
All right, next one is the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Funny enough, North Carolina is in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. They play West Virginia, and currently West Virginia is minus 6.5. It's being played where the Carolina Panthers play.
Yeah. I think, I mean, I don't know, weather will probably be a factor in this game, to be honest.
I feel like it
There's
always
been
is.
hurricanes going on the whole East Coast for the last week. It'll probably continue.
Every single Panthers game is raining.
Yeah. It's
And
not
also
downpouring.
another question mark on if the quarterback's playing or not.
Which one? Drake May?
Yes.
I don't think he'll play.
I don't think he will either.
And I'm taking West Virginia.
Nice. All right, 2 for 2. You and I ride together.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
also
ride.
going
Let's ride on West Virginia.
Losing a quarterback is tough.
Well, especially a guy of Drake May's caliber.
Right.
Wait. Isn't that Walker guy transferring too?
Tez Walker?
Yeah.
He
Isn't
is?
somebody trying to get him to transfer?
Oh, God.
I thought the Oregon guy was trying to get him to come. And it might just be.
He can't transfer.
Yeah, that's true.
He just went through this gigantic transfer issue.
Yeah. I mean, he would be. Because
he's transferred so many times.
Who's the guy from Oklahoma?
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah. He's sick. High-powered offense.
So there's no way that he can transfer.
Yeah.
He has to be either stay at North Carolina or be done with college football because there's no other option. You can't transfer for a 4th time.
Yeah, you don't really have any more excuses if after that.
Unfortunately, you're not able to use moving back home as an option when you're from the North Carolina area.
That was the whole reason you got to play.
Yes, exactly. So and it was a medical hardship. But anyways, all right, we're both on West Virginia there. Next one is Louisville against USC, DirecTV Holiday Bowl in San Diego, California. They play where the Padres play? Petco Park?
Yeah, Petco.
Interesting. The line right now, Louisville, -7.5.
Yeah. This is always interesting because I think USC will struggle. Obviously, Caleb Williams probably won't play.
He's I would say it's at a 98% likelihood that he does not play.
Yeah, which I think is even low. I think it's at 99.7.
Right.
But I'm going to take, oh God. I just remember watching Louisville play Florida State and they were dog water.
The funny thing is, I was very confident when I was thinking about this earlier with Louisville.
Yeah.
But then once I literally, probably 20 seconds ago, I was like, crap. They just played Florida State and they were so bad.
That's an understatement. They were literally god awful.
So bad.
Give me USC. Give me the points.
Really?
I mean, I don't think this game will hit 57.5 for an over-under, for being honest.
I'm going to go Louisville. I'm going to stay strong with them.
Okay.
I don't know really why.
Yeah. There doesn't have to be a
But USC's defense is terrible.
Yeah.
Florida State's defense is actually, I think, very good.
Oh, Florida State's defense is probably one of the best in the country.
Right. So I think they'll find it a little bit easier to move the ball against USC's defense.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, next one. Texas A&M playing Oklahoma State in the Tax Act Texas Bowl. Down in Houston where the Texans play. Texas A&M -2.
Yep. Give me Texas A&M. I like it.
Really?
Yep. I think Texas A&M is going to come out. 2 points. That's almost like a toss-up.
Pretty much, yeah.
But
I'm going to go Oklahoma State. I like their running back. Ollie Gordon is very good. And he scored a lot of points. A lot of touchdowns. Yes. 20 touchdowns on the ground. I think he might have a handful in the air as well. So that's why I'm going to go Oklahoma State.
all right. Bang.
Next one.
Smooth.
SMU against Boston College in the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. SMU is -11. It's at Fenway Park, so Boston College just down the road, actually.
Yeah. It's all right next to each other.
Literally.
Great area.
Right where my sister lives.
Yeah, great area.
So SMU -11. What do you think?
Give me Smooth. Going with Smooth.
You kind of have to go with Smooth.
Yeah, we're the real Smooth. They're the fake Smooth. But Boston College, I haven't really heard much about them. I know it's almost like a home game for them, but
They run the ball.
yeah, I think
Their
Smooth
leading
will open it
rusher
up.
is their quarterback.
Yeah, almost 1,000 yards this year.
Huh.
But I like Smooth. Go Smooth.
I'm going to go with the points. Boston College, baby.
Plus 11.
Plus, I just want to pick something different than you. Home field advantage. Alrighty, next one. Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl. We're just moving.
What a crazy freaking name.
Moving into New York. We are at Yankee
Bronx.
Stadium. Miami is -1 against Rutgers.
Yep.
What do you think?
I do like Miami. I think Miami will win this game. I think Miami will play very well.
I think so too.
So, and it's only 1 point. That is literally the definition of a toss-up.
Yes.
So,
And I don't think Rutgers is really that good. Honestly, a little surprised if they're 6-6 bowl eligible.
Yeah. Huh?
My perception is just like, oh, Rutgers,
worst team.
they're bad.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like the old that. Yeah. I don't know. We'll
So
wait and
that's a
see.
little surprising. But all right, we're both on Miami. Next one, North Carolina State plays Kansas State. Now we're starting to get into it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Two teams, top 25 in the final rankings. You got North Carolina State 9-3, Kansas State 8-4 in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. We're going down to Orlando, Florida. Kansas State is -2.5. I do believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Will Howard is transferring, isn't he?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I believe he is in the transfer portal
So he's
as a grad student. He's gone.
probably not playing.
I would assume not. I think is there like something where like if you enter the transfer portal you don't play? That's like a thing, right? Or like you can still play. That'd be weird if you're gonna enter the transfer portal.
No, so the way that it's set up, I believe the schedule requires you to, like the college schedule, college athletic schedule or calendar. It doesn't like the window that you can designate yourself as transferring. Like it stops before most of these bowl games happen. So like if you're gonna transfer, then you have to declare before it gets to the day that it's that you're playing the bowl game.
Right.
So
but what I'm
like-
saying is like if you declare you're gonna transfer, that's like your ticket to say I'm not playing in the bowl game.
I mean,
There makes no sense to play.
There's no, well, in theory, it could make sense for the individual. It doesn't make any sense for the team, right? Like, if this player is transferring,
Yeah.
then why would you want them to be playing rather than somebody else who's on your team that is either going to help the rest of your team out,
Right.
potentially be there next year, potentially play next year.
Right.
Like, it doesn't make any sense for you to play the person who's leaving to go somewhere else.
100%. That's what I'm saying. So if you enter, it's pretty much guaranteed you're not playing.
Right. So you got North Carolina State, Kansas State. Question mark at the quarterback for Kansas State. Who you like?
I still like Kansas State.
Really?
I do like Kansas State's coach actually a lot. Former NDSU guy, wins a lot of games. I don't think Will Howard was fine, experienced, but I think Kansas State's still a better team.
Interesting. I'm going to go North Carolina State for the same reason that we picked against North Carolina. Losing your quarterback at this point of the year, like, it makes winning the bowl game very challenging. There's a reason why that was your starting quarterback.
Yeah, we'll see.
Same situation in the next one. We got Arizona and Oklahoma. Oklahoma 10-2, Arizona 9-3 in the Valero Alamo Bowl. So it's at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. Arizona's -3, probably in part because Oklahoma's quarterback is not going to be playing.
Yeah, but that's even crazy that they're only -3. Like Arizona was a very good team.
Arizona was pretty good, yeah.
They were probably the surprise of the Pac-12.
I would say so, yeah.
So I'll take Arizona. 3 points is nothing, and that we're literally, like I said, the surprise of the Pac-12. They're a good, solid team. They should win by more than 3 points.
I agree. I'm going Arizona. It is a bummer. Like, I know that it probably makes sense that for some reason that the college athletics calendar is set up the way it is. But like having all these bowl games with key players not playing, it's just kind of like, all right, well, that's kind of dumb. Like a full strength Oklahoma versus a full strength Arizona, I would definitely be picking Oklahoma.
Yeah, 100%. I think Oklahoma's a very good team. I mean, Oklahoma was top 10 for a long time. The difference is it's always the same argument. It's like, look at Alabama. If Alabama wouldn't have made the Final Four, they would probably have 10 to 12 players that say, I'm not playing.
Right.
That's how it just is, though.
I know. It's just annoying.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what just has happened. But it also makes sense from their perspective. Like you said, if you're going to enter the transfer portal and you have to do it at a certain time.
No, yeah, it makes sense. Just the way that it's set up. It's just a bummer that like the schedule or the calendar isn't set up where it's like whatever the Tuesday is after the national championship, or even January 2nd after the semifinals, where then at that point there's only 2 teams that are still playing and it's for a national championship. So in theory, those players aren't going to say that they're transferring at that point or they're staying, right? So like it would be nice if that's when that was the date that players were able to declare or had to declare by. So it's like, all right, let's get through the majority of the bowl season. If you're going to the national championship, then you're good. But otherwise, then like everybody's playing.
Yeah, and I think they definitely need to figure something out. I mean, I still don't see why not just open it up after the season's completely done. All the games are done. Why not just open it up? Who cares?
It probably has to do with the semester schedule at schools.
Oh, because they're done with school for winter break.
Because it's a semester and most of the schools start in January again.
Yeah, these guys aren't going to school.
So like, I mean, that's if I had to guess, that's probably the reason. But in terms of just like athletic calendar, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, it's very annoying. I think it's very annoying, but
yeah,
I mean, it is like you said. It just makes a lot of these games, truthfully, if we're being honest, kind of irrelevant because they played the whole season with a different quarterback.
Exactly.
And so now you bring in a guy who, yes, is probably a good recruit, hasn't done anything, hasn't played.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, dude, it's hard.
Yeah. All right, but let's continue. So we're on to December 29th. We got Clemson 8-4 against Kentucky 7-5.
I like
in
Clemson.
the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Clemson's -4.
I think Clemson's very good.
Okay.
I've said a lot about Kentucky. They kind of disappointed me.
Oh my God! What did you say? What was your?
I think they were going to finish with 3 losses.
Oh my God!
Well, they only finished with 5.
They're going to finish with 6.
Yeah, but the bowl doesn't count.
Doesn't it?
The biggest loss was, to South Carolina. That's bad. These games are hard. I mean, you could have beat Missouri at home. Yeah, you had a chance.
That's tough.
I'm going with Clemson. I think Dabo's got the boys on the right track, to be honest.
I think Clemson will probably win too.
Yeah, I think Clemson, and they're kind of out for blood now. They're kind of like, screw these people. People are doubting us. People are getting mad.
Yeah.
So.
They're doubting us.
And they were they were a potential Final Four team at one point.
Before the season started.
Yeah, 100%.
Still is the case. All right, next one. Oregon State 8-4, Notre Dame 9-3 in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. It's kind of a bummer that it's not Tony the Tiger Kellogg's Bowl. It's being played at the Sun Bowl. Okay, never mind. Notre Dame -6.5. Sam Hartman playing his last game.
Agumba Wale or whatever his last name is.
Estime?
What? No.
Oh, DJ Uyunglele?
Yeah, Uyunglele transferring.
Is he playing?
No, give me Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame easy.
Yeah.
Because their backup is also transferring.
Yeah, they're going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess.
Yeah, it's going to be Notre Dame all day.
So, this is interesting, though.
So we got Memphis playing Iowa State. Memphis is 9-3. Iowa State's 7-5 in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. Iowa State -9.5.
Yeah, I don't
in Memphis, Tennessee.
It's a weird line to me. I think Iowa State is ass too.
They were better at the end of the year than people might think. They had an outside shot at the Big 12 championship game, actually.
Yeah. I'm still going against them. Give me Memphis. It's a home game.
It is a home game.
It's a home game, and Memphis just loves to sling the rock. So.
You know what I say? I'm going with the Cyclones. There's a reason why the spread is 9.5. I'm not exactly sure why.
Okay.
However, there has to be a reason why. This was one of the games where it's like everything is pointing to Memphis being the team that should win this game. But for some reason, they just suck it up.
You think they're not going to?
And Iowa State just wins by 15 points.
Whoa! I don't know. That's crazy.
I'm just saying, like, that's how this game feels to me. It's like, wow, that really just does not make any sense. Oh, all right. Well, actually, that is what happened, and they got absolutely dominated.
Yeah, we'll see.
I feel like that's just what this game is set up to be. All right, last game of that day, we've got Missouri, who's 10-2, is playing Ohio State, 11-1, in the Cotton Bowl.
Ohio State transfer.
Down in Arlington.
Quarterback gone.
AT&T Stadium. And Missouri's -1.
Yeah.
Probably because of the
Kyle McCord gone.
quarterback and because, I mean, we'll see if Marvin Harrison Jr. plays.
See, that's also a question mark. I think here's the difference. The crazier thing about it, I think even at full strength, these two teams would be a great matchup.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy that it's only 1 point because I'm sitting here like, I truly think that Missouri could beat them anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking Missouri. I think they could have beat them with Kyle McCord or whoever. I think it would have been a great matchup. Missouri's a very good team, so cool coach.
I'm gonna go Ohio State.
What's the reason? They stink.
No, I don't think they stink.
Who's their quarterback? So you're saying in Ohio State, even if Marvin Harrison doesn't play?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
They still got Egbuka.
Yeah, but who's throwing the ball?
Their quarterback competition was close at the beginning of the year. So it's not like their other guy is bad. He hasn't played the majority of the year. However, I don't think that it's going to be like a gigantic step down from McCord.
Yeah, I guess we'll wait and see.
So, like,
I mean, I think it's the same. It's hard though because it's like we just talked about with every other game. They haven't played the whole year. Now he's going to step in and play against.
Yeah, but the Ohio State backup quarterback is a lot different than somebody else.
I guess we'll wait and see.
Yeah. Plus, also, the other aspect of it is they haven't brought anybody in to be their quarterback next year. So, whoever plays for Ohio State is basically getting a one-game tryout to be their starting quarterback next year.
Potentially.
You know?
I mean, I know. Maybe they probably have some 5-star recruit that's coming in, to be honest. So I don't think the quarterback competition is set
They
up
have a guy. They have a guy that reclassified
to play next year
to potentially be the quarterback, but like when you reclassify up, it's still gonna be pretty tough. Like you're younger than what in theory you should be.
Yeah. No, 100%.
So you can be as good as you want, but when you're trying to play up in college, I feel like that's just going to be tough.
Yeah. I think whoever plays this game, and we can go back to this episode next year, I think whoever plays this game for Ohio State is not the starting quarterback next year.
I mean, there's more possibilities for that to be true.
Wait, you just said you picked... Okay, never mind. Next game.
No,
you just said you picked an Ohio State because this is a quarterback trial.
It is.
But it's not. You just said there's more... Wait, what?
There's more options for what you said to be true. However, if this guy comes out and balls out, it makes you feel pretty good about that person being the quarterback against a Missouri team who only lost 2 times all year.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Missouri will win, but we'll see. It's hard also without a stud wide receiver. I mean, I know you have good athletes. But...
I think you still have 1 to 2 studs, but not Marvin Harrison Jr., obviously. But, like, Egbuka's still pretty good.
Yeah, he's not bad. I don't think he's a bad player. I think he's good.
I think
stud is a little far.
I mean, he's probably top 20 receiver in the country.
Really?
I think so.
I think he got hurt this year, but I won't go that far.
Okay. All right.
He's not even their second best receiver, dog.
Hey.
What are you talking about? 450 yards? It's top 20?
Yeah.
No chance.
All right.
Sorry.
Next game, Ole Miss, Penn State. Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Got to be down in Georgia. Penn State's -4.
Yeah, Penn State. I don't know. Penn State's kind of been surprising. They were one of the teams that they played Michigan well. They did all that stuff well. Ole Miss is fun to watch, but yeah, I'll take Penn State.
Really?
I think Penn State will control the clock. Their defense is better. Ohio State's defense, or Ole Miss's defense is trash. I think their offense is very fun to watch. They play a fast tempo, but give me Penn State.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ole Miss. I like offense.
All right. Yeah, go for it.
All right.
450 yards is I'm still caught up in that comment. Top 20? Man, that's crazy.
He'll probably be a top 20 draft pick next year.
No, sorry.
Like, not this coming year, because I think he needs one more. I think he has to stay one more year, but then I think he'll be a top 20.
I'll put $10 on it.
I'm not.
Live.
I'm not
See, come on, put your money where your mouth is. You can't say that. Remember this episode and we'll revisit it.
There's too many things that could happen in a full year.
Why do you keep going back on that stuff? All right, next game. Auburn, Maryland. You keep saying,
Music City Bowl, Nashville, Tennessee.
No excuses, Chris. I'm taking Auburn. Maryland's quarterback, Tagovailoa, not playing.
I agree.
Auburn has to win this game. I don't see how they don't. Maryland's actually not a bad team if he was playing, but, he ain't playing.
That's right.
So, see.
I'm in with that.
Next game.
Yeah.
Georgia, Florida State. I've already put my money where this is.
Georgia's 12-1, Florida State's 13-0. Orange Bowl.
And Georgia's quarterback is coming back next year, so obviously he's playing in this game.
Down in Miami, -14 for Georgia.
Yep. I'm taking Georgia.
Yeah.
I have him at 20.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think,
it's a different.
You can't move the ball against a Louisville defense. You're gonna play against a Georgia defense?
It's gonna be a different quarterback than that game, but
good luck. Could you imagine stepping into your first game and being like, I'm playing Georgia?
No. So it's the guy that was out in the
the concussion game.
Yeah,
but still gotta come play Georgia.
Right. Yeah, they'll try and run the ball, but running the ball against Louisville and running the ball against Georgia is going to be different.
A little different animal. So we'll take it.
Yeah, Georgia. I think
Georgia should smoke them.
Plus, also,
this is a fuck you game for Georgia. Sorry for my language. This is for Georgia.
It's for both, but
yeah,
I think
that's true.
Georgia is the better. They were number one the whole year for a reason. So
their only loss was literally in the last 2 years has been in the SEC championship.
Correct. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough too because I totally see it where Georgia just absolutely manhandles Florida State, and everybody's like, "See, that's why we kept them out. Yeah, it was a good decision." It's like you have no idea what would have happened if either one of them would have been in the final.
Right. Right.
So but I can already see it happening. The headline on the TV after whatever day this is played on December 30th. It's see, they chose the right teams to be in the playoff.
Yeah. The hard part too is there's another side of it too with the semifinals. If one of the semifinals games is a blowout, then you're going to have other people be like, well, Florida State should have been.
See?
They could have got blown out just like these guys. And it's it's too bad that the quarterback got hurt because they were very, very good.
They would have definitely been in.
100%. They would have probably been 2 or 3.
Yeah. All right, next one, Toledo against Wyoming. So I always find it kind of funny how it's okay, before New Year's Day is Georgia, Florida State, which is arguably probably the biggest game outside of the playoff, right?
Yes, very much so. I would not even argue.
But yeah, it's not part of the New Year's 6.
Right.
Or, there's only 5, but part of the New Year's 5.
Yeah, 100%. I don't really get it. It's kind of weird because Saturday, December 30th, the last game is at 3:30. There's not even a night game.
Yeah. Well, so that's Saturday. And then you get a day off. Usually I feel like it's the 31st and the 1st, right? Or no?
I thought it was, for some reason, I always thought it was the 31st and the 1st because I feel like we've watched it multiple times. On the 31st.
But I think it's because the 31st is a Sunday
so
and
there's
it's
NFL.
NFL. Yeah.
I just think it's still kind of interesting that there's no night game on the 30th.
Yeah.
There must be NFL, but
There probably is, yeah.
that doesn't matter.
All right, Toledo, Wyoming. Toledo's 11-2. Wyoming's 8-4. Down in Tucson, Arizona. Wyoming's -3.5.
Yeah, to be honest, I kind of like Toledo.
Okay.
I feel like they're going to buzz around in the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl.
Oh yeah, that's this one. I feel like Wyoming's always playing in that,
I feel like, they must have a connection with the coach.
and for that reason, I'm going Wyoming.
The Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl.
Yep, I'm gonna go Wyoming. They're used to it down there. All right, first one, January 1st, the first game of 2024. We got Wisconsin. Shocking that Wisconsin is playing on New Year's Day. That is wild to me. They are not that good. But it's in the ReliaQuest Bowl. They play LSU, who's 9-3. LSU's -10.
And LSU doesn't have their quarterback either.
Jaden Daniels.
But still, I don't, like you said, I don't, there's no rational, maybe because Wisconsin was the second best team in that Big Ten West. But still, you're going to get smoked by LSU.
I'm going to go LSU.
Yeah, there's no rhyme or, I don't see
You're
how.
going LSU too?
Yes, I don't see how you pick Wisconsin. They've been trashed the whole year.
If you've got any sort of brain, you think LSU's going to win.
Yes.
All right, next one. Liberty, Oregon, for VRBO Fiesta Bowl down in Glendale, so where the Cardinals play. Oregon -17.5.
Yeah, is Bo Nix playing?
I'm not sure.
He seems like he'd be a guy that would play.
He seems, because he's not one of the top 3-4 quarterbacks projected right now. So
No. And he could kind of prove something, I think.
it could help him out a little bit.
So,
Yeah.
I'm taking Oregon.
Okay.
17 points is a lot, but
That is a lot of points.
if Bo Nix plays, that team could easily put up 50.
Yeah.
They're over under 66.5. Has to be the highest over under. Probably one of the biggest spreads too, but
Yeah, it's
Oregon scores a lot.
they're both up there. I'm gonna go Liberty.
Liberty undefeated.
Liberty's undefeated. I still think there is a potential question mark for Bo Nix to be playing. And also 17.5 is a very large spread.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna go for the points.
There it is. This next game is crazy too.
Next one, Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Iowa 10-3 plays Tennessee 8-4. Down in Orlando, Tennessee -8.5. Over under 36.5.
Yeah,
I mean, Joe Milton's got to be playing, right? He's coming back next year, isn't he?
Yeah, but what I was seeing is Tennessee has only had 2 games that they've scored less than 30 points in.
Okay.
The over-under is 36.
Yep, I'm going to go Tennessee.
Yeah, I think Iowa's just a boring team to watch, and
Yeah, but their offense is...
their defense is
Bad.
good, and Joe Milton
Defense
really
is
has
good.
not shown to be great.
He has not been as good as you thought that he was.
No, but I'm still taking Tennessee. I don't like Iowa.
All right. Next one. The first playoff. Rose Bowl. Alabama, 12-1, 4 seed. Michigan, 13-0, 1 seed. It's at the Rose Bowl, Pasadena, California. Michigan -2.
Ooh, this is tough. This is tough.
Who do you think is going to win? It's pretty much a pick 'em, but we are going off a spread. So, who do you think is going to cover the spread?
You know what? I'm going to take Michigan.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know.
I'm going.
I think this game will be very interesting though, and very close. And
Are you going Michigan or are you
I'm going
changing to
Michigan.
Alabama?
No,
Okay.
I think Michigan. I think Michigan's
What's the
defense is
top
good.
reason that you're picking Michigan?
J.J. McCarthy is very good.
Okay.
I think J.J. McCarthy is better than Jaden Milroe.
Really?
Yes, and I think
Jalen.
Michigan controls the game, and I also think at the same time, Michigan runs the heck out of the ball. Yes, Alabama's defense is good, but also Alabama potentially shouldn't have even been here. They won on almost a Hail Mary against Auburn. So, and Alabama obviously has their sights, and they've been here before. So, give me that.
Yeah, I think Michigan's a solid team. I think they control the whole pace of the game. They have very good defense, and even though Alabama did beat Georgia, I think that Michigan is just a stronger team overall. Like, they've won games that they have not passed one time in the whole second half. They've won games that they've scored a bunch of points. Their running back duo is elite. So, like, I think that they just have the makeup of a really strong team that's set up to win
the national championship.
Potentially, yeah.
So,
all right, second semifinal, we got Texas and Washington. Texas is the 3 seed; they're 12-1. Washington's the 2 seed. They are the other undefeated team in the playoff, 13-0. We got this at the Sugar Bowl, which is down in New Orleans. Texas minus 4.5.
Yeah, I think.
Who are you going with?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go with Texas.
Really?
Yep, I think Texas is gonna do it. I think Quinn Ewers is gonna do it. I think Texas is a good team. It'll be fun to watch, and so.
All right, then I'm going I'm going Washington. What's the number one reason why you're going Texas?
Because Quinn Ewers is a very good quarterback, and I think they're starting to buzz at the right time, and they deserve to be here.
Okay.
So.
My number one reason that I'm going Washington is it seems like nobody wants to believe that they're very good based off of them being severe underdogs against Oregon, but they beat Oregon twice. Their offense is really good. They have playmakers at all of the most important positions. Like, they had a Heisman finalist. They have a first round wide receiver on their offense. So, like, they have the makeup of an elite offense and a good enough defense to win. And so, I mean, I could totally see this one hitting the over for sure.
It's a lot of points. But they're both very high.
Over under 63.5. But, like, I could see it being into the 30s in terms of score for both teams. Somebody getting into the 40s, somebody in the 30s. So, like, I think it's going to be a really fun game to watch, and I think that Washington has the firepower to keep up with and outscore Texas in this game.
Yeah, I think it could come down to one of the last few possessions.
It's going to be a great game to watch.
I think it should be a lot more fun to watch and a lot more up and down than the Michigan game, but that's just Big Ten football compared.
Yeah, you kind of have both sides of it. You got the first semifinal, Alabama Michigan, probably going to be a little bit more of a grind fest. I mean, Alabama's quarterback likes to run, and Michigan loves to run, so it's going to be more running focused, probably low scoring. The defenses are good. Then you have the other game, which has 2 elite offenses. They like to throw the ball around all over the place, and it's a higher over-under, so the pace of the game is going to be a lot faster. So, like, you do have complete opposite games of what it will probably look like.
Yeah, I mean, I think you get that no matter what if a Big Ten team's in there. All Big Ten teams usually just love the ground and pound. I mean, Ohio State has been a little different, but Michigan.
But I like that. I like that. You get both of them, and then at the end, like, one team that's offensive focused is going to come out of that 2-3 matchup. One team's that's a little bit more defensive focused going to come out of the 1-4, and then it'll basically be offensive focused, defensive focused in the championship. We'll see who wins.
Would you say Alabama is more defensive focused?
I would say
offense.
I mean, if you're comparing the 4 teams in the playoff, they're definitely number 2
for defensive focus.
Yeah.
All right. See what happens. It should be a good one.
All right, there we go. So those are our picks. We got them marked down. So come the first episode of the year, we'll give you our update of how we're doing.
Talk national championship. We'll see what happens.
Talk national championship. That's right. All right, we're going to run through Smash Don't Pass. Last week, awful week for me. 0 for 4 with the dog of the week.
Yeah, I think I was 1 for 3. Technically, Michael Pittman got hurt, but that's okay. That was still.
That's an L.
Is it?
Yeah.
How's that now? Got hurt?
Because I bet on him and I lost money. So.
No, you get a refund.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that's not an L. That's just a. Reboot.
It was an L for me because he was gonna smash it. But we're on to this week. It's a big week. So who's your quarterback?
Justin Fields plays against the Cardinals, projected 20.0 starting to run the ball a little bit more, starting to play better. Got to still prove himself that he's their quarterback. So
Yeah,
he's going to do it.
I'm going to go Baker Mayfield, 16.8. He finished with 29 last week. Perfect passer rating at Lambeau Field, first time ever that that's happened for a visiting quarterback. And I think that he can get it done this week. They're in the thick of the playoff race.
Oh, yeah. They need it.
So they have to win.
Yeah.
And it's a good matchup. So let's fire him up again.
All right, my running back, Bijan Robinson, projected 14.4. Got a new quarterback. Should help him out actually a lot. I still don't know what the coach is doing, but expect a good game from him.
Yeah, not great.
Last week, 0.4.
Yeah.
Just needs to get 14 and then get the 0.4.
Yeah, really bad. I'm going to go running back Raheem Mostert. 15.4 is his projection. He just set the Dolphins' single season touchdown record. So for those of you that don't like or that haven't been playing fantasy, touchdowns 6 points. So 15.4. I mean, if he gets one, maybe two, that's 12 out of 15 that 0.4 that he needs. So I think that sets him up well. They play the Cowboys, and what the Bills showed is, one, you can run on them, and two, a good way to beat them is to run on them. So
manage the clock.
If they're able to deploy Raheem Mostert and him to have a successful game, then I think that sets the Dolphins up to be successful to win that game against the Cowboys.
Yeah, we'll see. My pass catcher is Stephon Diggs. Has been kind of a bum lately because his quarterback stinks. But he's only projected 16.7. They play the Chargers, who I just gave up 63 points.
Yeah, they did.
To the Raiders. So yeah, I'm taking Stephon Diggs.
Okay, I'm gonna go DK Metcalf, 14.8. He's starting to feel it out a little bit. He had a very slow game until the last drive on Monday night. And the Seahawks, who do they play? I can't remember. The Seahawks play the Titans. You got to be able to throw on the Titans. So DK Metcalf, 14.8. Lock it in.
There it is.
Who's your dog?
Dog of the week is the Jacksonville Jaguars over the Buccaneers.
Really?
I think the Jaguars need to start winning if they want to win that.
They do.
So they need to start winning. They've been playing terrible since Christian Kirk went down, but I think the Buccaneers aren't great.
Zay Jones also went down.
Yeah, he's been hurt the whole year. They got to stop using Zay Jones. Use Calvin Ridley. Use Evan Ingram. You'll be fine.
And? Who else?
Well, Travis Etienne's back there.
Yeah,
they
got to use Travis Etienne more.
Well, they got to learn how to run. Yeah, they got to run with it.
Yeah, they got to use him more. My dog of the week is the Steelers. The Steelers are playing the Bengals. Here are the reasons why I think the Steelers are going to win. 1, they're at home. 2, the quarterback position has to be better. They've changed from Mitch Trubisky to Mason Rudolph. However, there is a slight chance that Kenny Pickett could play this week, which would be even better. It's 2.5 points that they're underdogs for, and Jamar Chase is not playing. So they lose their top offensive weapon.
Mm-hmm. They
still have their backup quarterback in. It's a very low over-under, and it's tough to win in Pittsburgh. Like, it's coming down to it where the Steelers have to win if they want to make the playoffs. And if I know anything about the Steelers and Mike Tomlin, he wants to win. And he wants to be above 500 when the season ends.
Yeah.
So
it's got a long record of that.
He's got to kind of get to it here.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of need it, to be honest. But, I mean, here's the thing. If Mitch Trubisky's not their quarterback, yes. If Mitch Trubisky's their quarterback, looks really bad.
No, Mitch Trubisky is not going to be the quarterback.
Who's the guy?
Mason Rudolph.
Oh, I'm saying if what's the guy's name? Kenny Pickett actually can play.
If Kenny Pickett can play,
it's
then
a lot better.
Put the Steelers down for a big chunk. But if he can't and Mason Rudolph's playing, I still think that the Steelers are going to.
You like Mason Rudolph, huh?
I like him better than Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah,
He's
crazy. Mitch Trubisky is god awful.
Yes, that's true. All right, so there you have it.
There it is. That's our boys. That's our dogs.
All right, we're moving on. Fave 4. We finished T Swift.
Yeah,
It's a weird feeling having to start something new.
it is. But that's all good things must come to an end.
That's right. All right, so we are going to be doing Fave 4 Christmas cookies. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
I don't
man.
think I need to explain it any further.
No, this is a good time to bake. People love bacon. It's the holidays.
Yeah.
Christmas cookies.
Do you find yourself being a baker?
No, I do not bake, unfortunately. I do love to eat Christmas cookies, though. They're very good.
Yeah, nice.
So-
Who doesn't love that?
We'll see what happens.
All right.
I'll take heads. What the heck are you doing? You flipped it on a crease. Wait, Chris. That's a heads. We're just going with
All right.
heads.
That was a heads. You want to go first? Or second?
I'll take the first pick. I think
Yeah.
easily the best cookie out there. I think they're called the peanut butter. They're the peanut butter cup in the middle with the little outside. I think they're called peanut butter blossoms. I will take those.
I'm going to look up a quick picture.
Yeah, they're the same. Well, I'm not gonna say what they're the same.
Peanut
as.
butter blossoms. Oh, with like Hershey's Kiss in the middle.
Well, you can replace the Hershey's Kiss, correct?
So it's a peanut butter cookie with a Hershey's kiss.
No,
on the
it's a
inside.
peanut butter. No, I'm talking not those. Oh yes, I'm talking those. Yes. So
Yeah,
yes,
so
it's got the Hershey's
So
Kiss in
it's a
the middle.
peanut butter cookie with a Hershey's Kiss on the middle.
Yes, correct.
All right. I did have those. That on my list.
I had no idea what they were called.
My number 1 pick is gonna be a Ritzy.
Ritzy.
Yeah. You take 2 Ritz crackers. You put peanut butter in the middle of them. Then you dip them in chocolate.
So you're literally going. So for brief, he's going for 1 vote right now. He got our friend Matt's vote because Matt. Loves us. Because Matt loves
Those
us.
are actually my number 1 cookie.
I like it. You gotta play the field. Keep going. I like it.
All right.
I like it. You gotta play the field.
That is
Matt, that was for you.
That is
for you.
best. That's the best cookie there is. I mean,
We'll see.
what's not to like? All right, my number 2 pick is peanut butter balls.
Ooh, okay.
Lock it in.
I'm going the opposite way. My number 2 pick is Oreo balls. Oreo balls I think are significantly better.
Really?
This is a question for you, and this is not really a cookie, but it's something you bake at Christmas.
Okay.
It is the pretzels dipped in chocolate, dipped in white chocolate with the sprinkles.
Yeah, you can have
That's
that.
a cookie?
That was on my list.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
That I don't know if that's technically not a cookie, but it's technically a holiday.
It's in the same.
I mean, I think everyone has those.
Yep. All right. Let me just cross that off the list. My next pick is going to be, I don't know what they're called, but they're the pretzels
With the
Rolo on them.
the Rolo.
Yeah.
Oh, I must be thinking. I think we make it different.
What were
They're
you
pretzels.
thinking?
No, there's like pretzels just with like chocolate something on. Maybe it's a Rolo.
So it's a circle pretzel,
Okay.
and you put the Rolo on there. You can also do it with the square with the cross design on it,
Okay.
and then you put the Rolo on there, bake it so that the Rolo melts, and so it's basically a pretzel with caramel and chocolate.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here, I'll look it up for you.
I don't know if that probably doesn't have a name.
No, it's probably just
Pretzel with
pretzel
Rolo.
Rolo. Yeah,
Yeah, those. Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, these are the cross ones. Or those are the cross
this one,
ones.
this
Yeah.
one too.
Oh, I was saying these ones.
Yep, exactly. So that's what I'm going that's my number 3 pick. This one, not as much one that you make. This is how they start. This picture. You just set them all
You
in.
set them and then they just
Yep.
don't they just
They melt. Yep.
what's the word? Yeah.
All right, my 4th pick, not one that you usually make, but they are still pretty good.
Okay.
They're called Pure Lines. Pirouline. They're like
Pure lines.
they're like straws.
Pure line. P-U.
Pirouline. INE.
Wafers?
They're like,
or they cook the Pure Line cookies or the Pure Line wafer?
They're
Don't
like
do that. Don't do that. That's,
Sorry.
that's if you're watching the YouTube, just ignore that.
they're like straws.
Yeah, these ones.
But they're like wafers with cream, with like chocolate hazelnut cream
Okay.
on the inside.
But these.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't make them yet. You get those though.
Right.
Got it.
But it's this kind, the chocolate hazelnut ones.
Okay. Have you tried filling it? Vanilla's probably not bad.
Vanilla's probably pretty good, yeah.
But like May or lemon, strawberry.
No.
Okay.
That
Dark chocolate. Okay.
That I need.
And with my last
That's my
pick,
fourth.
I'm just gonna go with your classic sugar cookie.
That's boring.
Yeah, it's boring, but gets the job done, and that's just how it is.
All right, so what's your list?
So I got the peanut butter blossoms, I got Oreo balls, I got the pretzels dipped in white chocolate with sprinkles, and then sugar
Oh,
cookies.
you're going white chocolate.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think the white chocolate's significantly better.
Okay.
I don't know why.
And my list is the Ritzy,
Bang.
peanut butter balls,
Peanut
pretzel
butter.
with the Rolos, and
Why'd you say it like that? Anyways, so it wasn't pretzel. It's not pretzels with Rolos. It's pretzels with the Rolos.
I don't know.
I don't know what got over you or did that, but that was definitely an accent.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I was thinking about the song that they're like,
Lean like a cholo.
yeah,
but it's lean like a
everybody
Rolo.
gotta get your roll on.
Oh, okay. I don't think that was the same song I just said either. I don't know what's.
But it's just Rolo.
Okay.
And my fourth one is the Pure Lines, the chocolate hazelnuts.
There it is. Let us know what we might have missed.
All right, there you have it.
Bang.
Episode
Enjoy your cookies.
19.
Happy
We'll see you in the
holidays.
New Year.
Peace.